I'm really glad to have graduated from Pitzer College.
To embrace where you are going, beginning your life as a graduate, a young adult making her way in the world, it is good to remind you of where you have been. At Pitzer College, you started with great hopes for deep friendships and transformative experiences. Your freshman year in the dorms was challenging, especially long nights in the studio for clay art class. But you joined the Outdoor Adventure Club and slept on a riverbed under the stars, and discovered Mount Baldy, a magnificent companion throughout your college years, both as a place to hike and to watch the sunset at the end of the silent meditation ritual you created for yourself each Yom Kippur. That summer in Israel, you interned at a walking tour company, enjoying Israeli food, graffiti art, and Danny. Your sophomore year, you called the Blue House home. You initiated Shabbat dinners, inviting many friends to engage in evenings of joyful prayer, story, song, shared food, and friendship. You worked hard in your courses and also at the Shakedown Cafe. Seeing the need, you reorganized their human resources and tirelessly built and trained the kitchen team. You straddled the school years and trained your replacement manager. Hannah, you also at that time engaged in an internship for the Center of Spirituality and Practice and contributed to their Practicing Democracy research. They sent you to the Parliament of Religions in Canada and the Wisdom 2.0 conference in San Francisco. And then that year you also honed in on organizational studies as your major. In your junior year, with the School of International Training's International Honors Program, you traveled to Uganda, India, and Brazil to study how a variety of organizations work to improve social ills. Living with local families and navigating many pitfalls, you said, this was perhaps the hardest and most transformative experience you'd had in your life. That summer, you found spiritual kinship and community at Eden Village Camp as their cooking specialist, working with over 200 young people, instilling wonder at creation and purpose in life in all of them. On returning to Pitzer for your senior year, you moved into your first home alone. Challenged by a leaking roof, ants, a difficult administration, and taking 7 classes your last semester, you took it all in your stride. You began by starting to learn Spanish and spent a few weeks with your boyfriend at the time, Esteban, in Claremont and in Mexico. You filmed and edited a documentary on resistance to monoculture and inquiry into a possible future. You refound your love of dance and movement. You taught tennis to young people. You took the pandemic in your stride, choosing to stay in California, attending Pitzer distance learning online until, one by one, all 5 of your close friends left, coming home only when the weight of aloneness outweighed the life you had created. On looking back, you have made community both on and off campus. You learned to cook and shop locally. You constantly made choices to make Pitzer a good fit, often digging deeply to make it right for you and to make it the experience you wanted. Grappling with your experiences has taught you much and has taught you as much as being in the classroom. You have learned how to conduct yourself, how to be in healthy relationships, how to have boundaries, how to communicate, how to manifest the outcomes you desire. You did, in fact, have transformative experiences and you made deep friendships. Your degree is in organizational studies, and for those of us who don't really know what that is, it is the study of how organizations operate, affect society, and can change society. Using an interdisciplinary approach, you have studied Western and Eastern philosophies, Middle Eastern politics, economics, methods of political organizing, psychology, how global religions and belief systems impact the world. You studied decolonization, sociological forces, women's rights, art history, ecological art, leadership, and statistics. You have learned to ask critical questions about the world we live in, and in doing so have become an informed participant in society. You are now equipped to change society and bring about the world that ought to be. Seek truth always, speak words of kindness. Be just and loving in your deeds. A noble heritage has been entrusted to you. Guard it well. May God bless you and guide you.
I'm not ignorant or blind to the time that I'm graduating into. It's a time of great transformation and hopefully a lot of courageous leadership. I went to college hoping that I would graduate with all of the answers, understanding how the world worked and what I can do in it, and trained to do just that. And then I realized that that's not how college works, and that's not what an education is. I would say that in many ways I have a greater understanding of the world, but in other ways I am still very confused. The more I know, the more I realize there is more to know, and so in many ways the more I know, the less I know. But I still know a little bit more. I've learned how to have big feelings. Feelings of fear, courage, commitment, and perseverance. Part of living away from home is that I had to pick myself up again. I had to become my own mother. I realized that everything I needed in myself was also inside of myself. As I go out into the world, I want to make a commitment that I will not let you down, and I will continue to learn and to grow and to engage and to seriously be who I am in the world. I'm really glad to have graduated from Pittsburgh College.